Welcome to Codes of Harmony. I was just doing a live and it cut out. Please excuse my apologies. Okay, so Spirit wants me to have some, um, to work with some visual aids. Let me see if I can get the lighting better. Hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are. Okay, we're going to do some channeled messages together. Soviet tanks and American tanks, they're confronting one another. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Watch on the other side the tank. Wherever you are. Where are my tarot cards? Just by accident, someone could have. Hold on, just give me it.
Everything about the greatest geopolitical conflict of the time is concentrated in one place and in one symbol, that war. And there were so many Red Army troops in East Germany, so that's an overwhelming military presence.
Soviets could have walked into West Berlin at any time. What kept them from doing that was an explicit threat that would lead to a nuclear response.
So yeah, it goes without saying that the documentary playing in the background isn't mine, obviously. Yeah, something about Netflix and chill. It's Netflix and chill together, I think. And somebody just... God, this is a weird energy. Hold on. What should I do? Okay, the energy we're starting with is the Two of Pence. Two of Pence. Okay, somebody wants to take you dancing. Something about... Oh, what's it called? Cactuses? Something about cactuses. Maybe you're a bit prickly in your energy. Maybe somebody interfered.
Castro, a lawyer, very prominent political figure in Cuba, pulled off an improbable revolution. For over 100 years, the United States treated Latin America as our backyard. And Cuba was the closest part of that backyard. It's only 90 miles off the shore of Florida. This region was presumed to be ours to control, and it became clear that Castro could not be told what to do by the United States. Fidel Castro promoted agricultural reform, nationalized U.S. oil refineries so that they would be dependent on the United States for oil.
Castro began nationalizing the properties of the wealthiest class.
Okay, let me see. Sorry, I totally misplaced
Big farms, businesses, and
my part.
factories, and sugar plantations. My father is a pediatrician, so I grew up in what was perhaps a very nice society. We began then to see the interference of communists. That was such a massive settlement in the street for any
Something about winter.
Well,
Something about...
so eventually I came to Miami. Many families have been forced out of everything they own, and they've all gone into exile. Most of them are in Miami. But much of the middle class is still supportive of Castro.
Castro revealed his true colors.
So I came for something about abundance. Maybe this has to do with finances.
Mossadegh in Iran.
Over and over again, the United States subverted governments in the name of
I just heard something about a loan. Maybe you're taking a loan out.
the CIA had this
Maybe you have recently purchased something new.
an army of Cuban exiles to overthrow
so many of the CIA's operations in the Cold War, it was ill-conceived.
Somebody here has a grandfather energy coming through, and I'm hearing the word Duke. Duke. So I don't know if that's like your grandfather was a Duke, his name was Duke, or their name was Duke, or maybe like
But these assumptions proved to be
Like-
false.
is Duke also when
They
you
were not tested
like challenge somebody?
by Kennedy and his political team,
That
or by the intelligence officers in the operations directorate of the CIA.
I'm seeing the tower card in my mind's eye,
Itself is omnipotent in these covert operations, and boy, were they wrong.
and something about the hill.
Castro,
The hill is like meant to be this
he had at least one
telepathic
source
space where telepaths hang out,
and he had
particularly
sources all around the streets of Miami.
neurodiverse people.
I signed up December 3 or 4th of 1960.
Hold on, I just have to get my coffee.
Call upon to go to the training camps in January. I had no military equipment. I thought we were going to land in there and we were going to fight Castro's government head on, and we were going to bring in freedom to all the Cubans and get rid of communism.
The CIA, in its inimical wisdom, picked a location in Cuba at the Bay of Pigs where Castro's reforms had actually changed the lives of everybody in that area for the better. Castro brought in electricity, water systems, education, a literacy campaign, so there was nobody that wasn't a supporter of Castro there.
The Bay of Pigs is a, you land in the middle of the swamp. The beach in Giron, the mainland, had a coral reef on the outside that prevented landing ships from getting to shore. We were landing at night, 4 o'clock in the morning. We had to jump from the beach to the water. All our weapons, with a piece of the mortar, with 2 boxes of ammunition, and the water up to your neck. So, and as soon as we reached shore, the shooting began. Castro was ready for us. They sent first a battalion of 1,000 men with tanks. Then they sent another battalion in the afternoon. And then at night, they attacked us with artillery for 4 hours. We couldn't advance very
Something
far.
about machinery. I don't know. Maybe you just got a new car. Maybe you're gonna be given a car.
Nowhere
Maybe
else.
someone's gonna give you.
It's when we really came to terms with reality.
I don't know. Maybe a loan for a car. Maybe a something about air science. I'm hearing.
We're in prison 21 months. It was a disaster.
Hold on. And something about backing the truck off.
Detailed discussion, not to seal responsibility, because I'm the responsible officer of the government, but merely because that is quite obvious, but merely because I do not believe that such a discussion would benefit us during the present difficult situation.
The Bay of Pigs turned out to be the perfect failure.
And somebody here has very, very divine intuition, is what I'm hearing. Divine intuition. Something about foxes. It's interesting. I channeled a message about foxes. How long ago? That might have been like 3 months ago now.
And that led to the most extraordinary
Something
consequence.
about fox.
The decision by the Cuban to put into range nuclear missiles in Cuba
Projecting all
as
projections.
a way of making sure that the United States would be deterred from invading Cuba again, and to help the Soviet Union kind of psychologically balance
And somebody needs to clean
the size of the U.S. nuclear arsenal.
um, something about, what do you call it? Where you write a book and it's like, oh, okay, so we have the death card coming out. spooky beginning. The death card, that's Scorpio energy. Maybe you are a Scorpio. Maybe you finally found a sexy Scorpio to be divinely connected to.
The first missile installation
For some of you, this person's a karmic.
near a town called San Cristobal in western Cuba in October of '62. It was a medium-range ballistic missile installation.
The missiles arrived on these large ships. The Soviets did
And
not
something
know
about
reconnaissance planes, they
rum,
recognized what was happening, so
rum,
the ships
sugar.
approached the below deck. All of a sudden,
Something
all
about
these ships
sugar,
coming in.
something about rum. I mean, a lot of cocktails you put sugar in, just a little bit of sugar.
The little town tremble, and the trucks can't make it around corners. The Cuban police were told to
And
stay
now I'm seeing
inside,
like the
towards
hillside.
windows and through the slats.
And something about Scotland. Maybe you're going to go on a holiday. Some of you are about to go to school next year. And obviously, I forgot to say, I always forget to say this, but obviously my readings are timeless, right? So time is not linear in the same way that like us funny human beings want it to be, you know? Let's see if I can't quickly pull another card while I'm making my coffee. Coffee it also reminds me of this African name, or a few different African names. There's Kofi and Coffee. There's actually this amazing musician. Oh, hold on. Okay, now we have the Hermit card. That's Virgo energy. Scorpio, Virgo. Scorpio is a scorpion, obviously.
The days that follow come to be known as the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh,
Cuba, they call it the crisis de octubre, the crisis of October.
October could be significant. And patterning, something about patterning. Oh, I forgot to say that this is in reverse. Hold on.
For 6 days, there were secret deliberations in Washington about how to respond to the presence of the missiles. What would be the best way to get them out? And of course, almost everybody in the administration.
Oh my God, that airplane's so loud.
Attack the missile sites by air and then launch an invasion force to unseat the Cuban regime. The military started to amass a massive invasion force.
I joined the Marines because I thought it would be the most challenging of the services, which it turned out to be. I was told that we had to pack our seatbelts because we were going to Cuba. We as Marines would be planning an invasion of Cuba itself, and that's where we practiced on Real de Viegas, landing beaches.
Thank you for your patience.
Transport.
Okay.
And they put these cargo nets over the side, and we had to climb down these nets with our backpacks and rifles and all our gear into these wooden boats from World War II vintage.
Something about sailing.
I just happened to have my camera with me.
I don't know why, but Vienna keeps coming through as well.
Chaos at the time.
Vienna.
We looked
Not
at the beach
Venice.
as far as you could see,
Vienna.
personnel and equipment.
It was clear that
Maybe your name starts with V.
the United States launched airstrikes on Cuba. The dangers were
Is that
extraordinary.
the right angle?
CIA estimated there were 8,000 Soviet personnel on the island. In reality,
Somebody here is definitely
Kennedy started to actually think
Like some kind of creative.
I ended up being responsible for the death of that many Soviet soldiers.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Will he retaliate by attacking us? Will he retaliate by attacking Berlin? If he attacks Berlin, we will definitely have World War III on our hands. How will we keep nuclear weapons from being used?
Let me see if I can make that a big. And something about
To give you a sense of the danger zone that was developing on and around Cuba, you had missiles that could reach the United States. You had nuclear tipped torpedoes.
somebody here
on
really
submarines
likes
that could
history.
destroy the
Maybe
Caribbean.
you're like a history buff.
And you had additional missiles.
And there's
ships
something
also
about sound engineers.
Slaughter Kennedy's officers.
A sound engineer? Okay.
One is an airstrike to knock out the missiles. that had been fired.
Welcome on in. Thank you for being here. Thank you everyone who likes, shares and subscribes so that we can keep bouncing out these messages.
3, some kind of diplomacy with the Soviets. That third option was known as the blockade or quarantine option. Basically, making sure the Soviets could not
Somebody's trying to balance
send more
something.
missiles to Cuba.
I keep getting something about finances coming through. Oh, damn it, that's not enough honey. Hold on.
Robert F. Kennedy was the most
Oh, that's
important
so interesting because something came through about sugar and
majority support from the Hawks to those who want to seek some way short of war to deal with the missiles. Kennedy
I'm
asked
seeing like a little dog that looks like, you know, the dog in
if we go ahead with an airstrike.
what's it called?
And the Air Force is
Not Alice in
President
Wonderland, no,
Get
thank you. The Wizard of Oz. You know the little dog in that? It looks like that.
military system.
Maybe this is a spirit animal.
And the consequence could be millions of people dying in the United States. And he couldn't take that risk. And so
Something about griffins
reluctantly
keeps coming through. Griffins.
embraced the blockade option.
Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved.
In the nuclear age. And that is the response that he shares with the world on October 22nd.
I'm seeing the moon in my mind's eye.
This government has maintained.
Just funny, I got a really beautiful gift yesterday of some like amazing stickers, and I've always loved sticker art.
Unmistakable evidence has established the fact that a
Something about the moon.
missile site is now in preparation on that imprisoned island. The purpose of these bases
Please give me
can
clear
be none other than to provide a nuclear strike
and divine guidance.
against the Western Hemisphere.
That'll be most beneficial for everyone involved.
Quarantine, sleep. You have to keep the Russians from sending.
This could have to do with a covenant
Into Cuba.
or a cover, I just heard. A cover.
Yes.
Okay, we don't like that. When we see justice card in reverse, that means that either
When they get
justice has been
they'll all have
diverted,
war.
perverted. Is that the way they say it? That is such an intense
The
expression.
safety devices that they have on these nuclear weapons are off. They're ready to launch, in other words. Hundreds.
And then, oh, we don't like that either. That's definitely not good. Okay. To see the justice card and the high priestess in reverse like this,
It's the closest you could possibly come to all-out nuclear war.
something about the intuition of the collective.
Castro's
Something about the intuitive, divine collective
Castro writes, "We are at what I believe to be
And subversion.
stage
Something
of
about
this crisis.
subversion.
And there are two
And justice being,
possibilities
and I'm seeing
now. One is that the Americans will invade Cuba.
something about
and
suspended
they will seek to
animation,
occupy Cuba. The other
which makes me
is
think
that
of
they will try and
cartoons.
destroy
It makes me
our
think of
missiles
freezers. Maybe
or
you've done a
arms with
freezer
nuclear
spell.
weapons.
Maybe somebody has done a freezer spell
You must strike
on someone.
preemptively with all of your nuclear forces against American targets. You must not
Intuition.
wait for the Americans to fire. You must act first.
Intuition. Intuition. When I say that, it also sounds like tuition. Maybe someone's a tutor.
Comes to worry.
It also makes me think about tutor houses. You know, tutor houses, and they have like the really thick black lines on the outside of them. Somebody here has like a father who is a religious figure of some sort.
That put the Cold War onto a much higher plateau.
Somebody went to private boys' school. That keeps coming through, like over and over again.
On Saturday, October 27th, a U.S. U-2 spy plane was shot down by a Soviet anti-aircraft battery.
Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved.
Moscow did not authorize this, and Khrushchev was appalled when he heard that the U-2 had been shut down. He did not order that.
There's some betrayal. Some betrayal connected to scorpionic energy. Maybe somebody has passed. If somebody has passed and you have lost somebody, I send my deepest condolences. Somebody here is a Virgo. That also makes me think about like the gardener, the energy of the gardener, you know?
But Kennedy held back and said, "We'll give them another day," because he was trying to negotiate.
And a record deal. It's either a record deal or something that is record breaking, is what I'm hearing.
He tells the leadership, we gotta find a way out of this.
This talks about moving forward, you know, moving forward.
Khrushchev wants to get from Kennedy as a promise.
This can talk about traveling to safer lands,
As it becomes clear that the
moving
Americans
from
are afraid, Khrushchev decides, you know what, I want more.
turmoil. You know, it's so interesting. See back here, they always look like trees, right? Like they always look like trees to me, but today they look like clouds. And I do feel honestly like there is, this is a time sensitive message, but at the same time, time isn't linear, you know, time, when you're channeling, you get messages that can come from all different times. But yeah, it's really interesting. Are they normally green? Those little trees back there. Do you see that? That's so bizarre.
Never publicly acknowledged that there was a quid pro quo to ending the missile crisis.
So bizarre. Oh, sorry. Excuse, I was painting last night.
I'm representing my brother, and you have his word that that will happen down the road from now.
Something about brothers is significant. Once there were 3, now there is 2. That makes me think about Nostradamus, who predicted the death of the children of the Queen.
On the basis of the pledge that the United States was making that it would not invade Cuba.
Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Excuse the angle, guys. I just sometimes feel more comfortable sitting on the ground. Like, I feel like that's cultural, but even more so, I feel like recently it's got more. It means even more than that.
And his removal of the missiles from Cuba. We never heard about it.
And that secret basically kept being a secret for years and years and years, much distorting everybody's understanding of how the missile crisis ended.
Castro is
Necessity.
He wasn't consulted on the withdrawal happening. He heard about it, basically on the radio when the rest of the world learned about it. And
Something about the Jungle Book.
essentially believed that by withdrawing the missiles, the Soviets were giving the U.S. a green light to invade.
Nosotros sabemos lo que hacemos y sabemos cómo debemos defender nuestra integridad y nuestra soberanía.
Stone is heavy, stone is thick, stone protects, but stone falls, or how it falls. I'm seeing grey, which is interesting because there's, in this documentary, there's lots of photographs that are like old school, you know.
Do it, etc. Both of them were broken, but they weren't in control.
Control mechanisms, control freaks. I'm seeing a stage, like big stage lights.
Just how real the possibility of nuclear war actually is.
Let's get some more light in here. Let's bring some, calling in divine protection.
Law makes no sense. In an age where great powers can maintain large and relatively invulnerable nuclear forces and refuse to surrender without resort to those forces.
Kennedy, some months later,
Okay,
spoke
let's
of
move that in.
sincere, genuine commitment to strive with the Soviets for peaceful solutions to our conflicts.
Today, the
Peace.
expenditure of billions
Peace.
of dollars every year on weapons acquired for the purpose of making sure we never need them is essential to keep the peace. But surely the acquisition of
And
such
somebody
items
has
stockpiled, which
lost a
can
lot
only
of money,
destroy and
is what
never
I'm
prevent,
hearing.
is not the only
It ain't about the money, honey.
sufficient means of assuring peace.
And something, I'm seeing like a big study
The Soviets
hall,
and Americans also agreed
which is
after
interesting. This is
missile
very
crisis
astute
both of the
energy. This is
missiles
very,
to the partial nuclear
oh, it's so
testing
interesting
treaty,
because I channeled those
which put
messages the other
American
day.
Soviet nuclear
Was it
testing
yesterday or the day
underground
before?
on the
About
atmosphere.
fraternities
In the
and
aftermath of the
sororities.
crisis,
So maybe this has to do with like
believed that Moscow
a
and
university, a
Washington
group,
shared interests
some
in
kind of
peace.
group connected to universities.
But within 2 years,
Yeah.
it would be gone from the center of power. Kennedy assassinated in November of 1963.
And somebody may, something about sacrificing.
Will be toppled in October of the next year.
And I just really want to move that energy of having the Justice card and the High Priestess in reverse.
The
Because we really need to allow the energy and frequency, you know, divine feminine energies need to be allowed at this time, both within and without.
Ousted by mere voting.
And then there's something about the Smith energy, you know, maybe your last name is Smith. Something about Smith energy and something about eagles, hawks, and condors. The eagle, the hawk, and the condor.
Uninteresting leader. And they got that with the immigration.
I've been thinking, like, have you noticed recently, because obviously we're Netflix and chilling together, even though I've got to say the energy is quite intense. Oracle, a sage, like an actual human one, you know. Sometimes the energy is just really big
And his colleagues
and
do
intense.
not ever want to be in the position of inferiority that Khrushchev put them in 1962, when they were looking down the barrel of a gun. When the Americans were threatened by the placement of missiles in Cuba,
When he
the
was
Americans made
six,
clear to the Soviets how much further ahead they were.
he
The Soviets knew it.
rode on
So
horses.
Brezhnev and his decide we're never again going to be as far behind because there's going to be a hand.
Made of sticks.
And the Soviets launch a missile building program
He
after the Cuban
will
Missile Crisis,
fly,
not only to catch up, but to get ahead.
and I will why
Nuclear weapons and the drive for ever more powerful,
he would always
really drove
win
much
the
of
fight.
science and technology policy, but also national policy during the Cold War. At the same time,
So interesting. I think that's what's that from?
largely considered
That
to be
movie with Uma Thurman in it. God, she's so beautiful. That makes me think of this film called Galactica. Is it Galactica?
By the late 60s, when we've taken all these weapons,
Yeah, when I in my high school, whenever it was a rainy day, like you know how schools they have certain films that they always play on a rainy day. For some reason, at my high school, we always watched Galactica. That could be significant for some reason. Bang bang.
You're going to fire yours, and at some point, the assured destruction.
That's funny. I think there's also a Seinfeld episode.
Assured destruction.
Shout out to New York. I think there's a Seinfeld episode where Kramer gets Uma Thurman's phone number, but then like loses it or leaves it in the pocket of their jacket or something like that. Oh no, they're wearing Jerry's jacket. That's right.
But also would prevent things from growing, coating the entire globe in alarming levels of fallout. So the United States and the Soviet Union could not engage in direct conflict. You have instead different kinds of conflicts around the world, as the United States and the Soviet Union conducted their battles on proxy battlefields, intervening in other countries' civil wars, taking part in interregional conflicts, arming one side or the other.
The Cold War was a
Don't
global war.
love
It was not
me
simply a
and
struggle
I
for
know
dominion
now.
between Washington and Moscow.
The Hierophant. So we have the
In the Cold War,
death
between
card,
American
Scorpio
battling
energy,
forces and Soviet
being
battling
clarified
forces.
by the Hierophant.
Every African nation was a battlefield, a struggle for control.
Bang.
The proxy wars in Angola, in Mozambique,
And somebody's definitely playing games here.
particularly brutish.
Games. You know how you know when you hear I watched that thing the other day by Louis Theroux about the Manosphere, and again it was terrifying. It was bizarre and terrifying and kind of heartbreaking as well. Then we have the Hermit card being clarified by the Four of Pentacles, which of course is like
Cuba, El Salvador, and Sandinista Revolution, Nicaragua.
holding on too tight. And again, I'm hearing like this ancestral energy coming through saying you better back on up. So I don't know, your ancestors do not play about you. Saying you had better back on up. Yeah. Somebody's definitely gone back on a deal. Somebody's broken a promise. This could have happened in your workplace. This could have happened in a friendship, in a personal relationship.
Overthrow democratically elected president of another country.
And a military dictatorship led by General Augusto Pinochet took over. Pinochet murdered his political opponents and ruled by force and fear for the next 17 years until the end of the Cold War.
And then we have the Four of Cups, which is not seeing what is in front of you, not seeing what's on offer. I'm hearing negotiations have been offered to you. So somebody is turning down an opportunity to reconcile, turning down an opportunity to make good. And there's definitely, I keep getting this grandmother energy coming through. And that is being clarified here by the Queen of Wands. Fire sign energy.
10 years, and which seem to be taking hold.
And you can say that about Iran and many other countries where the United States is intervening.
This is a really interesting way of channeling. Like, I just follow my intuition, you know.
World War II had this massive,
You could have very strong intuition.
rather than setting on our ideals that we are going to be this exporter of democracy, you know, as naive as that might sound. What happened was this mentality set in that everything was a zero-sum game. We're going to get into bed with whoever calls themselves anti-communist. I think there was a huge moral cost. We should have stood up.
For some of you, this is about your ex-partner. But for some of you, it's not about a person, it's a place, it's a thing, or it's an energy.
I will faithfully execute the office
There's definitely like
President of the United States.
somebody has a attachment to some kind of dark energy.
Takes office in 1969. He has a reputation for being a
Take your time, don't worry, this reading's not going to be rushed. Spirit's wanting us all to really slow down. Slow down. It's interesting because I'm also getting the energy that this is time sensitive.
They have no memory of former favors, no kindness toward those who try to be friends. They are cold and calculating men.
Okay, we are having the
He approaches the Soviets.
Four
and
of
says, "Look,
Wands.
you're like us, you know, you,
Divine
but we can't
union.
hold the world."
I'm hearing this divine union will break apart the false unions that have come before
We
it.
have to find some other way to deal with each other.
And I'm hearing somebody has been looking for you for a very, very long time.
It's more than about just nuclear weapons. Nixon goes to the Soviets and he says, "We will recognize you as a legitimate superpower."
Somebody's definitely like has been doing some heavy spell work, you know? Big heavy spell work going on. Somebody who's Canadian, maybe French Canadian.
Which will lead us to a new age in the relations between our two countries.
And there's some kind of head game, some kind of tactic being used here. Please give me clear and divine
Is
guidance.
the Strategic Arms Limitation Agreement, which is called SALT I.
That'll be most
It was the first effort to limit strategic conflicts in
beneficial
ballistic missiles, sea
for
launched ballistic
everyone
missiles, bomb
involved.
forces,
Somebody who is blonde and has a stare that could kill, is what I'm hearing.
put limitations on national missile defense systems.
Bang, bang.
Quickly, it became evident in the 1970s that Soviets were building capabilities to get out from under the constraints of the first SALT.
I keep
agreement.
seeing the moon, and that makes me think how, like, recently
Each of their missiles.
a,
And so while the number of missiles remained constrained, the number
a
of
piece of a
warheads
rocket ship
started to go up.
actually went into the moon, and it really messed with my frequency. Like, it really, really made me feel all sorts of ways for like a whole week after that happened. Maybe that happened to you too. Maybe that's something you noticed. Okay, now we have Queen of Wands being clarified by the Judgment card. Someone is definitely in divine judgment. The unions that came before. The unions that came before that were built on false prophecy, false lies. The unions that came before that are not of true intent. Stone is so strong, but oh how it falls, how heavy it falls.
In promoting détente with the Soviets,
And something about mushrooms.
American leaders were telling the American people, we don't really trust the Soviets, but we know they don't want war. And the best way for us to avoid
Oh wow,
is to control
I just
the
got a
number
big-
of nuclear missiles.
big energy
Many
come
Americans
through.
say you can't trust the Soviets at all. And how do you know they're not hiding missiles? How do you know
Maybe
we're all-
somebody has stolen from you, stolen some of your,
Americans,
maybe your land, maybe your family's land, maybe a jacket I'm hearing. Something about a jacket. That's funny because I kept seeing a dinner jacket. And what is time? Something about the 8th. right? The 8th. That's major. Okay, let me swap over cards for that. The 8th. The 8th of the next month, I'm hearing. The 8th of the next month. Today is the 21st of August.
And no longer can say we are second to none. We are second to one, the Soviet Union.
Reagan was complicated. Yes, he exaggerated some of his. Yes, he had a passion.
Somebody just got a haircut.
But he also hated war. And he especially hated nuclear weapons.
That is what I think.
And somebody, something about familiars. Familiars? That makes me think of Bassett, of course. Just funny because I was saying just before how coffee sounds like Kofi or coffee. Coffee. I dated this African guy named Kofi once. You could be a musician. Maybe you're choosing between like a career in music or a career in something else, like more serious, I guess. Oh no, I got distracted. Hold on.
Stop shooting immediately. You threaten the security of the whole world.
Okay, let's see what the demons have to say, hey? Ooh.
Using civil infrastructure and militarizing it, weaponizing it. He's aware that it's impossible to shoot back if the weapons are being used from the territory of nuclear power plant. He does not even need an actual bomb.
Seems blocks.
Yeah, when the moon got hit, I just felt so sort of, I just felt awful for
Russian forces are now taking control of that infamous Chernobyl nuclear plant, the scene of the world's worst nuclear disaster in 1986.
Yeah.
We could say we could do this catastrophe.
I couldn't sleep, and then I found out the next day that a piece of the rocket had like a spaceship, you know what I mean?
Chernobyl-like catastrophe, and in some ways,
Yeah, the 8th of the next month is really important.
this dirty bomb.
The 7th or the 8th. Something about the night of the 7th into the 8th. One more Sunday in Savannah. Hear the whole creation shouting, praise the Lord. See them flinging out the banner while the congregation says amen. Maybe you're part of a church group. So funny, in this documentary they were just showing this footage of this guy jumping over like a barbed wire fence. Maybe someone's name is Barb or Barbara. Okay, that's so interesting. So I asked, I don't use this deck all the time because it features, you know, underworld characters, underworld. You know, we need dark and light. I'm not going to get into the ethos of all that right now, but it is interesting because under the deck here, after this tarot pool, we had the Sun card. Oh, and there's that Emperor again. Interesting. Emperor is in reverse today. Okay. And then
In the summer of 1980,
and then the Empress.
security advisor Brzezinski
That is so interesting.
got this call.
Oh, and then we have this coming through.
It was Brzezinski's military assistant, Colonel Bill Odom. They said, we've just gotten an alert that there are like 200 Soviet missiles headed toward the United States.
The Strength card and the Hermit card.
Brzezinski says, well, get better confirmation.
And the Strength card obviously connects
Odom calls him back and he says, I was
to the Sun card.
It's not 200. is like 2,000.
So you could be Leo. Oh, it's Leo season, of course. How could I forget?
Talking about it said,
Oh, that's right, because I don't believe in time in the same way. But I know, like, for the benefit of divination, it's important for me to be able to
dying in her sleep,
speak on this.
gets ready to wake up the President of the United States and say, you have a choice to make.
And just before he does that, he gets another
And
call.
peace. I keep hearing the word peace. Peace. I think I woke up thinking about that word.
There was a 40-cent computer chip that went bad that told the system that we were under attack by the Soviet Union.
So the strength card. And this is Vine. This particular underworld figure is Vine.
Attack against Russia.
Builds towers or destroys stone walls. No way! You can't make this up. I said, I kept channeling a message about stones before. How heavily stones fall, but how protective they can be.
Over the last 77 years,
That's so wild.
that you've gotten very close to catastrophe numerous times.
And something did come through about Berlin artists,
Because you got incredibly lucky.
which always makes me think of, like, you know,
Close calls are just a feature of having nuclear weapons.
electronic
There have
music.
been literally dozens over the years, dozens just that the Pentagon acknowledges. They've taken the shape of explosions.
Builds towers or destroys stone walls, causes rough waters,
Misplaced weapons.
and finds witches. Yeah, this tracker energy. So interesting.
By the early 1970s,
I've got an ancestor who was a well-known tracker.
nuclear conflict to reduce nuclear danger.
And then we
But when
have
Jimmy Carter was president,
the Hermit card.
a lot of people had a generalized
With
sense that the Soviet Union was on
Focus.
the Soviets had invaded Afghanistan.
So funny, they're both on horses. Do you notice that?
Since the end of World War II, they had moved into a part of the world militarily that had not been part of the sphere
I would
created
see.
when they liberated Eastern Europe from Nazi occupation.
And then the Empress and the Emperor has come out together, but the Emperor today is in reverse.
Seemed to crystallize
And the Empress is in the
Soviets
upright.
wanted world domination. And with news that the Soviets had more nuclear missiles than the United States, the sense was we are falling behind.
Teaches philosophy, astrology, rhetoric, logic, palm reading, and divination in fire. Divination in fire. So there's a water sign and there's a fire sign present that may or may not be connected to this Emperor and Empress energy. This could be a couple. This could be
And he builds his
the
constitution
masculine part of you or the feminine part of you.
with this idea of détente with the
Two
Soviets.
sides. I keep hearing two-toned as well.
Relaxation of
Two-toned.
tensions.
The question of war and peace has emerged as a central issue in this campaign, and the give and take.
Reagan was among the harshest critics of détente.
We cannot shirk our responsibility as the leader of the free world because we're the only one that can do it. And therefore, the burden of maintaining peace falls on us. And to maintain that peace requires strength.
It's the same kind of fear that had dominated American politics in 1959 and 1960. It was happening all over again. Ronald Reagan rode the wave of that fear into the White House. The early 1980s, some people call it the Second Cold War because it came on the heels of the period of détente.
Sorry, I have to message someone.
Since 1970, the Soviet Union has invested $300 billion more in its military forces than we have. To allow this imbalance to continue is a threat to our national security.
The Cold War and the fear of World War III and nuclear war really
I'm seeing like leaves spiraling in the air.
and it's saturated into popular culture. Movies and books and popular music help us process through our anxiety.
It's okay. It's all right, could be. Something about Seinfeld. Which is funny because that makes me think of Steiner.
The destruction of life as we know it. You cannot win a nuclear war.
And Terry Toweling. Something about Terry Toweling. Or someone's name is Terry or Terrence.
Was always in the background. When Ronald Reagan became president in January 1981,
Summertime.
was still the general secretary. The nuclear
And the
arsenals
living
were enormous,
is easy.
but there was also a lack of communication at the senior levels of both governments.
Fish are jumping. And the cotton is high.
That we were afraid to do anything
Your
because we were obsessed with strategic
daddy's rich.
weapon systems as
Yeah, I feel like someone's gonna be given a car.
screws to the Soviets to force them to negotiate.
The modernization of our strategic and conventional forces will assure that deterrence works.
It's definitely the energy of a protector. Divine protection.
Leadership was quite apparent.
Truly divine protection.
Believed that the United States and its allies
Okay, let's clear the board, Hayden. It looks like it's time to clear the board.
decapitate the leadership in the Kremlin and to then achieve world domination. And they
Let's have a look into.
Drokov, who was chairman of the KGB, proposed they embark on a major new intelligence operation. And Drokov
Something about Amsterdam.
Try and enhance their ability to identify.
Oh, my temple is just so. I feel like there's this vibration, like this energetic frequency with this message. That's like.
Operation the Soviet Union conducted after World War II. RIAM is an
What
English
is this
version of the
energy?
Russian acronym that stands for nuclear rocket attack.
The Hermit.
And its intention
And the
is to
Strength
find
card.
indications of
Okay,
a
let's
US
go.
first nuclear strike against the Soviet Union.
Their embassy.
No way. Okay, I just literally split the deck,
Stockpiling.
and that's what came out.
All the
Okay.
things that you would expect if you were
Incredible. That's amazing.
a nuclear war.
Strength card clarifying the strength
So
card.
the head of the KGB tells these guys, I want you looking for these signs. They're gonna find them.
Yes, Steiner.
In November of
Steiner.
82, Andropov replaces Brezhnev, the new general secretary. Then in 1983, the deployments of U.S. Pershing II missiles to West Germany are scheduled for the end of the year.
The Army says that the Pershing II can fly up to 1,000 miles in under 10 minutes and drop a nuclear warhead on a target with surgical precision.
Pershing missiles give the Soviets like 7 minutes warning before the missile hits the Kremlin.
I'm seeing bamboo.
So they're
I
scared.
keep thinking about bamboo.
The deployment of these Pershing missiles, which are in response.
I love the
to
sound of bamboo.
Soviets' deployment of SS-20 intermediate range missiles in the Western Soviet Union.
Although the Soviet leaders earlier this year declared they'd frozen deployment of this dangerous missile, they have in fact continued deployment.
The SS-20 was deemed to be a first strike weapon itself. It could reach any target in NATO Europe in minutes.
The SS-20 was capable
Something
of
about,
1,000 kilometers
I'm seeing,
to Berlin,
what's it
Paris,
called?
and
The
that
Grand
was
Canyon?
For us in Germany, almost an existential
El Gran.
question.
Tensions were.
Where does the word canyon come from?
1983 was probably the most dangerous year of the Cold
And
War.
worms. Something about wormholes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Ronald Reagan.
In early 1983, things are heating up a lot. And then Ronald Reagan
gave two nationally televised speeches that seemed to confirm the Soviets' worst fears and the premise of Operation Rhine. The first speech became known as the Evil Empire speech.
I urge you to beware the temptation.
Yeah, I keep thinking how they keep making, like, there's so many vampire movies out. And I've been thinking about, like, why is that happening?
To ignore the facts of history and the aggressive impulses of an evil empire. To simply
Sesame
call the
Street,
arms
I'm
race a
hearing.
giant misunderstanding, and thereby remove yourself from the struggle between right and wrong, and good and evil.
And Xena. I love Xena.
Speech really, I think, had a significant impact on the Soviet leadership. The speech kind of gets them where it hurts because it attacks their legitimacy as a normal country and as the equivalent of the United States, legitimacy that they desperately sought. And then there was a speech announcing they're going to build the strategic defense.
Something about
If it works,
emails, something about messages, something about codes, codex, and grimoires. I feel like one of my spirit guides wants me to write a grimoire.
Reagan was alarmed to learn that the United States did not actually have a way of protecting itself from a potential nuclear attack.
Reagan says, wouldn't it be so much better
Okay.
that instead of relying on nuclear deterrence, we could destroy nuclear missiles in flight?
It is time for a bold new stroke in strategic planning.
Arthur, the name Arthur is coming through.
Addresses this need by proposing a triple-layered non-nuclear defense.
Scientist Ed Teller suggested that the solution to Reagan's nuclear fears might be through space races.
And someone's really good at free writing, like free writing, I think it's called.
Down weapons before they return to the atmosphere, thereby preventing a nuclear holocaust.
What if free people could live
And
securely
cloud watching.
but their security did not rest upon the threat
Okay, we have the page of wands.
to deter
Gives
us
answers concerning past, present, and future. Can make invisible.
ballistic missiles before
So
they reach
interesting.
our own soil or that of our allies.
Invisible.
The official name for this program was the
Invisibility.
Strategic Defense Initiative.
And I'm seeing the X-Men.
Among its critics, who were many, particularly in the scientific and technical community, because it seemed like science fiction.
The technology was nowhere
I
near
swear, someone used to ask, like, which X-Men do you think you're like? Like, you know, when X-Men was at the movies and
But the
stuff.
Soviets find this extremely not because it was going to happen anytime soon, but because they were worried about a new attitude.
And I was
in
always
Americans
like,
that said, all you
well, I
want to
feel like I'm a bit like Rogue.
Fellow Americans, tonight we launch
Something about,
which holds the
I don't know,
promise of
maybe
changing the course of
you
human
have a romantic interest.
Then came a sequence of events that just ratcheted up the tensions between East and West very dramatically. Fleet X-83 was a very large U.S. naval exercise in part of the North Pacific Ocean that's bounded by Soviet territory. The U.S. intent was to demonstrate to the Soviet Union, we can operate even in your backyard, you can't do anything about it. During the exercise, U.S. Navy fighters overflew
In
Soviet
camping,
territory.
I'm saying like long tents. Like, you know, when you go to a wedding or something like that, or I guess a funeral, or like bar mitzvah or whatever, and there's those long, like, outdoor tents, marquee, I think that is, marquee, or that could be someone's name.
On the Kuril Islands, and the Soviets never launched their fighters competent. The leadership in Moscow cracked the whip on them and said, you guys better get your act together. And over the next couple of months, they started massive fighter reactions to all of these reconnaissance aircraft. Increasingly provocative, where they were getting into firing position behind the planes, in some cases even arming their missiles
maybe I'll do a part 2. What are we rolling on? What time is that? Oh my god, 60. That's like exactly on an hour. Wow, you can't make it up. Where was I? And something about basketball is coming through as well. That's so interesting because that makes me think of, you know, that African American basketballer. What was her name? And she got like, hold on, let me move this energy. Maybe I'll do a part. Yeah, an hour is probably a good amount of time. I'll come back and do a part 2. Thanks for Netflixing and chilling with me. Or did I mention this video is called, I mean, the documentary playing, obviously, is called Turning Point. So you may feel like you're at a turning point. You may feel like you're, sorry, I might have to.
And I told them call the transport industry and see if they have any trans-Pacific airliners on
Okay,
board.
and let's get one more of these from the underworld.
The aircraft crossed Sakhalin Island. It was intercepted by a Soviet air defense fighter.
6 of Swords. With Seer.
Soviet air
Can you
defense
see that?
forces knew that if someone violates our border, we have to shoot them down. Because the U.S. Navy violated our border just a few months ago during a Fleet X-83, and we didn't react.
Travels the world over in an instant.
Bugging the transport
Brings anything anywhere. Gives the truth about thieves and hidden treasures. Willing to do anything one commands. Something about mothers, daughters.
Suddenly the pieces fit together. The civilian airliner had been shot down
and protectors.
Dead.
Protectors.
It was extremely distressing. Just on a human level.
The Americans say as many as 8 Soviet fighters tracked Flight 007 for 2.5 hours. Then came the crunch. A 1960s vintage Sukhoi jet was ordered to fire a missile at the unarmed jumbo.
There's some kind of dangerous dangerous and a coven, some kind of like warlock, and not just warlock, but like big entities.
There were over 60 Americans, I believe, on board, including a U.S. Congressman.
And then we have the Ace of Pentacles.
Who was a very anti-communist kind of guy.
And somebody has created a situation in order to twist the narrative. You may have survived narcissist abuse.
U.S. Congressman, which led to some speculation that maybe he was the target.
And somebody is looking for you. Alright, and then we have the Devil card and the Chariot card coming on through. Okay, and let me take a little minute to cleanse my energy and have some breakfast. Maybe you fast a lot, something to do with fasting. And then we have the Seven of Swords, which of course is looking backwards. Returns items and punishes thieves, reveals hidden treasures. Something about, that's so funny, that looks so much like Barbados, doesn't it? Ten of Pentacles, so much abundance, understands the tongues of animals, uncovers treasures. I'm seeing an owl and a crane,
From a career standpoint,
a swan and a flying
it was
fox.
safer for that pilot to shoot down that
And
plane
somebody here is a master astral
than to
traveler.
not shoot it and then have it found out that it was in fact, a reconnaissance plan.
Uncovers treasures hidden by magicians. Reconciles friends and enemies.
As early as the 2nd of September, CIA's presidential daily briefing
And
did tell the same story.
let's close off this part 1. Oh, how did you get in there? That's not from this tarot
We knew
deck.
pretty quickly that the Soviets had not deliberately shot down this commercial airline,
Ooh.
or that had not been their intent.
So
We
interesting.
were trying to say that
Let's close it off with
mistake
this.
that
What
the
have we got
Soviets
here?
had made, because we had the radio signals between the pilot and the Air Defense Center and so on.
That's so wild. Okay, so
Fellow Americans,
the 2 cards that have snuck in here from another tarot deck are
Reagan made a nationally televised speech in which he called the Soviets
yeah.
barbarians.
So 2 tens make 20,
It was an act of
and then 2 of pence, 22. Something about the number 22. That could be an angel number, and definitely something about the 8th of the next month. Obviously, whenever you're seeing this, if you see it, whenever you see this message, because my readings are timeless.
The Soviets' part in it
Timeless.
how corrupt and
Just like the true beauty of a woman who knows her worth. So much love from Codes of Harmony.